actual like real version that's gonna get shit done and get UBI done.
Right.
Healthcare equality.
Definitely.
Oh, keep making it.
Functionally get it all done.
Yeah. No, definitely.
We are live. Just a warning. We are live. Who am I warning? Am I warning us here, or am I warning them there?
Why not both?
Or is it both? We are putting each other in danger by watching ourselves so closely.
We will blow your minds.
We will blow your minds.
Have you two played Bandersnatch, Black Mirror?
No.
It's the Choose Your Own Adventure.
yes, the Netflix. Oh yes,
That's so cool.
the freaking Choose.
Y'all
Your
heard
Own
of that?
Adventure.
Bandersnatch? So, a lot of people know what Black Mirror is. Bandersnatch is a Choose Your Own Adventure Netflix episode.
So it's like Arlstein.
And it's a Black Mirror Choose Your Own Adventure episode. It's wild.
Okay.
So is this live stream now?
Yep. We have one guest, but we could get more if you guys tweet it
Who's
out.
our guest? Hey, who are
We need to tweet
guys.
out.
Yeah, gang.
Are you guys all on the Twitter?
Yes.
Yes. Twitter. Yeah.
That's funny, man. Hey, things just happen here. I was like, I saw your thing and I thought it was brilliant. And I was like, bro, where are you? I thought you might be volunteering around here. And then the next day you showed
You
up.
reached out to me independently,
Remember?
like without knowing that I was coming to Ames.
Right. Because I literally saw your cookie thing. And I was like, this bro is dope.
Yeah.
And so I PM'd you on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then Macaulay told me you were coming.
I thought you reached out to me because Macaulay told you that I was coming through Ames.
Right. It's not.
Dude, it's fucking crazy.
So it's a little
This
crazier.
is kind of by chance, or the stars have aligned.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
you two. Alright, I'll get there eventually.
There's a lot of little synchronicity that's been happening.
It's great, man.
Yeah.
It's freaking, I love it.
Like, for example, the other one day, I think we were streaming too, and Storm came over here and he was like, my favorite candies are whatever, gummy whatevers. What's your favorite candy?
Sour Patch Watermelon?
Sour Patch Watermelon.
No,
The
no,
chewy
it was
one,
the
fruity chewy
Mochas
one.
or whatever.
Oh, the Mott's for,
Yeah, Mott.
Those are my favorite fruit snacks.
Those are his favorite
Mott's
fruit
for
snacks.
Tots, Mott's for tots.
Mott's
And,
for
like,
tots.
Just the Mott's fruit snacks, yeah.
Right. And we happened to have some in the bowl of snacks that we had over there on our table.
Where is it?
So it all
Right.
kind of worked out.
Yeah, like it was, and it's his childhood favorite candy, and it's not a common candy, and we just had his childhood favorite candy happen to be on a coffee table.
More like it's a munchy thing.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I mean, none of this has to be superstitious. I'm just saying, you know.
Why are you showing me what I look like?
Okay, so I should do it this way, right? Okay, now you can't see, but I can see.
I prefer to be behind the camera.
Yeah.
I make so many people get in front of my camera, but I'm like, I never want to be in front of myself.
Is there an insecurity there?
Did you guys tweet out?
Really?
I'm gonna tweet out.
I did.
Guys, I'm gonna tweet out to you right
I
now.
tweeted.
You tweeted.
I tweeted.
I should turn on your bell.
I am on the
First we go to the YouTube,
Yeah, we got followers.
then we go to
Tisdony.
the Twitter.
Tisdony. Tisdony. Eventually I need one for Marshmallow.
Well, what's happening, guys? What do you think is happening? We are having a live stream, is what's happening.
That's me.
Is that how you say last
Hey,
name?
you
There
don't
we go.
follow me. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, there's just a lot of people, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Copy
It's
link
somewhat
address.
now, actually. Wait, is it this one?
I'm gonna
Hey, look, guys. Twitter asked me what's happening. What do you guys think is happening?
Person you're following.
Oh, you want to feel special.
We got live chat up. Hey, holla.
Hey.
There's 4 watchers. Can you holla in the comments so we know we can chat?
Add me at
We can
Stormy
meet you.
Banani.
Okay, I will, I
About me
shall.
today.
At. Shit, it's hard to use. Type at. Oh, thank you.
Here.
Yes, teamwork.
Okay.
Hey, look, this is, I like this. This is group production.
Oh yeah.
What do we, Stormy Banani?
At Stormy Banani.
That's your the Twitter?
Yep.
Do
Levin tweeted about me
Please
earlier
don't-
today. Yeah, what is
Stormy.
Sure it is
B-A-N-N?
math.
Is yours like Jimmy something?
Yo, Jamie.
I didn't
what's
pick
your
my
Twitter?
handle and never changed it.
It's.
Ashraf, what's your Twitter?
Let me bring it up again. I don't
I
get it.
don't see you, Stormy.
At Stormy Banani, STORM. I can't spell. STORM, my own name. Y
I wanted to just be
BANANNY.
It made me out the full.
Oh, there you
Yeah. Foresight 2020.
Do you want me to be a fan of yours?
is Tesla Yang.
Ooh, nice.
I need to rebrand.
Tesla Yang.
YouTube channel. I don't know what I want to rebrand it to yet, but.
Huh?
What kind
Oh,
of
I need to rebrand my YouTube
drive?
channel.
Ah.
You have a YouTube channel? Yeah. Foresight 2020, but I'm gonna change it. What's it about?
Here
So
into
at first it was
the
more
red-
Yang centric, but since then it's kind of.
Is it Yang Tesla?
Do you like vlog or like what
do you do?
it's more like it's not really vlogging. No, it's more like
I don't see
putting
it
together
being
stories,
Tesla,
kind of
no.
like journalistically.
Or I do see
Yeah.
Tesla.
I-
Tesla
Like I
underscore
did a
Yang.
story on like Kamala Harris's like.
Maybe.
Trump
What?
laws.
Yeah.
You just like talk about it and like
Yeah, so I think like with the internet, now that especially now that it's been around for like 15 years, it's gonna be really good for journalism going forward because like
I like to be
you don't-
mystical.
especially independent journalism, like independent media, because now there's all this data for all of us can access.
Do you want to type in yours?
Yep, that's it.
Cool. Sorry, I never picked
What is
it.
that? Who's
So
that?
it's
Let's
like-
also put
It's
it-
my
I
phone.
feel like there's already like videos on the internet from like 10
Okay.
years ago
I
that
drop
now
it
if you, like,
20
stumble
times a
through,
day
like, unbury
anyway.
them, they have new relevance.
I try not
based
to, I
on
swear.
What's his
the
Twitter handle?
historical context and stuff.
That's a good question.
Like I went back.
No
and
one in
found,
Iowa
like,
cares about Tesla. They
like,
care about
like,
farming in
10
rural
years ago
area. I
about
think.
Tracy Lewis. It's really
Ooh,
chilly,
there
like
we
the
go.
way she talks.
Future is math.
Cool about the
Wait.
prospect of like jailing parents.
Was I already following you?
Like, it's really
No.
weird. Yeah.
No?
So
So
I
I
followed
followed
and then
myself
so after I saw
via
that video,
your-
then I like looked up. I found like some articles from like 10
I
years
searched
ago
for
about my
myself
parents who
and then I
were,
followed myself.
like imprisoned or not prisoned,
Okay.
like sent to jail.
So no, you were not
like, one of
following
them.
me.
Like,
Okay,
recently-
okay.
I was really sad
recently
about
a child
that too.
was
I
in
was
school
like, oh
because
shit,
she
she
was
doesn't
sick of
follow
some
me.
I
media, so
did it
it's-
on
What kind of
purpose.
bullshit is that?
Purposeness.
So then like
Walk out of the
and like so
house.
her name was in the article and then like
I purposely avoid having anyone
it's garbage.
to slay
And so
hearts.
I took her
Yeah.
in the article and I looked her up on YouTube and she had made videos about like her experience and stuff. And so like and I reached out to
tweeted-
her, but she hasn't responded.
What is Nanu
But yeah,
Nanu?
so like I
Is that
struck,
from
you know,
Star
like
Wars?
stringing together like
Hey,
What is
somebody
Nanu
said
Nanu?
something.
speech information.
Does anyone know Nanu?
We have 8 watchers.
Nanu Nanu?
Nanu
Nanu?
and then like showing
You know
like
Nanu Nanu?
that woman's
Levin, you know
like,
Nanu Nanu?
personal story.
Nano, nano,
Oh,
no.
Like stringing it together into like
38?
a narrative.
38? You don't know Nanu Nanu?
It's like
Don't say
Oh,
it.
Wait,
you.
what? Who's that? Is that the?
Find out you're lying.
Is that the cat? No, that's Doraemon.
Hindi.
Doraemon.
Yeah. I can send you a picture at some point.
No, is that cartoons? What about Doraemon?
Is your soul hurt?
Now I'm like doubting my
The
own.
first video I made.
Are you talking about Doraemon? Doraemon.
Freaking what's his name?
Doraemon. Doraemon. Doraemon.
I love Robin.
Doraemon. Doraemon. You know, did you guys ever read comics books of a robotic cat from the future who was blue?
No.
Oh my gosh, guys, let me show you. No, I'm sure you have, right? You guys haven't seen this cat?
Nope.
Oh my god.
Let me see this cat.
It's a Japanese.
I recognize him. I recognize him. I didn't
Dude,
know
this cat is the most genius cat.
I didn't know he was a robot.
The robot?
Did you say he's a robot cat? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's actually a cyborg robot cat from the future.
Doesn't look like a robot.
No, it does not.
This is dumb. This is a video game commercial. But Doraemon has like really clever social commentary-ish. Like we should watch like one episode.
I'm intrigued.
There's no translations. What language is this? Hindi. We're watching Doraemon in Hindi.
अगर समझ गए हो तो उठ जाओ और प्रैक्टिस करेंगे हम लोग
हाँ, अभी और करनी है
बिल्कुल ये एक स्पेशल ट्रेनिंग है पता है ना
Okay.
तो ये बात है चियान और सुनियो ने तुम्हारे साथ बिल्कुल भी
Oh, but that's in English.
मुझे पक्का पता है
If you have any complaint to the respect of the content.
We need to find.
Jimmy, can we confirm again what you want me to ask the host of the party?
What
Oh
is
wait,
that
you're not gonna be here
interview?
February.
Okay, let's change it. What?
What is that interview? And like, when do we have to get all that content
Oh, okay.
put together?
Content?
For the email of the Korean, right?
Oh yeah.
newspaper?
I already spoke to them on the phone. They'll contact me. Yeah, but they want to come hang out, shadow us
We are.
for a day between now
You are
and
too.
caucus.
Oh, wow.
So sometime between the first, but I'm getting called to somewhere else now.
Where are you being called to?
I need to jot down these notes.
What? You want to go to work?
I'm being called out to some more rural precincts because they need those precincts are small, and so we only need a few people. And,
Although I do think I can live on
yeah,
it. I'm still gonna want
So
to.
I have
do
two
stuff
places
that
I
is
need to be at
fulfilling
once.
to me
Oh, yeah.
And imparts goodness and positivity on the rest of humanity in the future.
And I'm not good at this, like
Most people don't
managing,
want to be like couch potatoes.
overwhelm of
You know?
things I
If
can
they have a
do
sense of, if they
that
find
are
a sense
like
of
equally
purpose, most people
both
don't want to do that. shit.
very
Dude, I've been a
impactful,
fucking potato. man.
potentially.
It's some of the saddest I've ever been.
We've all been there.
Stakes are high. Stakes
The stakes are high. We're making history, you guys.
Stakes are so high. The only way we compare them is to
I mean, at the
laugh it
time,
off.
there are moments where
Let's
like,
go party.
oh, yeah, I don't want to do
Let's go
anything
party.
else.
Let's
And
go
then there are
party.
times like I want to do something, but I don't know what to do. And you just sit on that fucking couch.
Ah.
Maybe for months.
These screens, man, it's those black.
What was I supposed to write down?
Interview and precinct thingy, probably.
Oh right.
Distracted.
So
It's addictive.
it's addictive,
Although, like,
especially for
They
the
wanted
If I
those,
get really
like,
old and, like,
two
don't have much else to
One,
do, just
two,
want to sit
three,
around, or
four,
like
somewhere
if shit goes
between
bad
there.
shit and like Matrix
and
seeds, then I'll just plug in. Like, I'll just video game it. Because it is, like. and
I'm
they're getting
recording
better.
you.
Video games are getting better. They're a
Very
scary
fantastic.
thing. Like, you could theoretically live a much more fulfilling and better and happy life in a video game. If it got good enough.
Do you not feel like we're in a video game right now, though? Like, let's be honest.
I would refer to it more as a dream.
I feel
Yeah,
like
video
we're
game.
A
unplugging.
fever dream, you know, right?
It feels like we're all unplugging.
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 Yeah.
Feels like a
I
plug-in.
feel like Yang is like the guy
I
who's
say
trying to
honestly, though.
unplug.
Yeah.
Unplug, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Unplug.
trying to flush the system out.
It's like he's like, forget, I don't like this game. Let's unplug it. and
Yeah,
play
there's
new
a-
game.
It really is like,
Oh, yeah, that's a
rules.
good-
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
you know what we're flushing
We're
out
adding
is
this on it, but this is live.
you know what's flushing out? What's flushing out is gunked up ways of thinking.
Exactly.
So it's in the mind space.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like math. Just like knock a piece of the old shit off the other side.
Like I really feel like it's like the red pill. Like fucking like it was accidental. It's like non-intentional too. It's like when we all first heard him, we're not thinking like, oh yeah, I like him before I know anything about him, right? We all went in skeptical,
Yeah.
curious,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like, who's this motherfucker? $1,000 a month. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then you plug in, or you Google up Joe Rogan or whoever that got you in, right?
It usually Joe Rogan. That's by and large. You
That's
watch
true.
Joe Rogan,
You know
and
what's cool?
suddenly
Yeah, it's freaking crazy.
You're
And
like,
then
wait
we
a
didn't know that we didn't
second.
see it.
We have a lot to
Yeah,
Joe
we
Rogan,
didn't
to be
realize
honest.
until after 2 hours later when the interview's finished. Holy shit! I just listened to this crazy dude talk for 2 hours, and I'm sold.
Mhm.
And I need to find more interviews.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Yeah, I watched him the first Democratic debate, and then I listened to Joe Rogan, and then
Yeah.
I donated very soon after and
Hey.
became
Yeah, I
Yang
donated
Gang.
$100 that day.
Here's a thought experiment. Every one of you has yanged somebody, right?
Many.
Now, think what was their experience like,
Oh yeah.
and where are they at now, and what do they remember you as, because you got them into this rabbit hole.
There's a spectrum there.
Because we all are like, oh, Joe Rogan's the guy that got me. And I remember it was my friend Brian who told me about it.
Mhm.
So decent people will
It's
remember
pretty,
it.
Yes.
it's crazy.
So I was like this. I was like this. Here's your ticket to into the rabbit hole, sir.
How'd that work?
One-way
It
ticket.
was really good. Ashraf was with me. We were door knocking on college dorms. Yeah, and it's like, I was like, well, how did I start? It was like, hey, we're volunteers from the Yang campaign. Have you heard of the Yang Gang? We have a bunch of events coming up on campus. It's called the whole series of events. It's called the Road
The
to
Revolution
Caucus
of- oh.
Party series.
Uh-huh.
And it starts with Dave Chappelle, which we're raffling 2 tickets off for. And all you gotta do is RSVP to our next thing. Click, click, click here.
Nice.
And then I'm like, oh, and if you haven't already looked into Andrew Yang and you're just now getting curious, this is your ticket down the rabbit hole. Because on his back, there are codes.
Codes to knowledge. Codes to reason. It's the revolution of reason.
That's how I yang them.
Ah,
Yeah. It's
Good.
really fun.
it's good.
You are amazing to watch.
Well, you should record then.
She doesn't want me to be amazing to watch.
Oops.
You figure it out.
Aren't I good at filming?
We have a different cameraman. Everybody feels the vibe.
Oh, but now it's like upside down, and that's messing with everybody else.
You should take it back.
I think it's upside down now, dude. It's upside down. There you go. Did you just fire yourself?
What?
So it's
Yeah.
it's probably gonna come down to Bernie versus Yang, huh?
Yeah, Bernie is. I don't see how Bernie's really going to get stopped from getting majority unless Yang's fighting.
Professional camera equipment.
We talked about that. There's a
Yeah.
path for Andrew. It could happen.
But
If it's not Andrew, it's probably Bernie.
Yeah.
That's
What
what's
the
too
numbers are
old.
looking like.
Well, dude, he's had a heart attack.
Yeah,
Spout
I
out
love-
about
I love-
Bernie.
I love
And that
Bernie.
wealth tax.
Good.
Look, if you
Hey.
propose a fucking wealth tax, then you just need to step back and look at some history, look at
Yeah.
yourself, and think, wait a second, if it hasn't tried everywhere else, if it's been
Right.
tried in 160 of 193 countries and been repealed in all of them, maybe we shouldn't do it.
Maybe. But there's good reason for us to want to do it. You know why?
Why?
Because people like to blame the billionaires.
Yes, and that's what
It's
Bernie
emotional.
does. He spreads, he uses hate and fear against the rich and powerful in this oligarchical like country. It
Yeah.
has similarities,
And
but he's not. There's better ideas.
right,
Like,
there's
he-
better ideas. And you know what's impressive about Yang? And he's like, we would say that those are emotional decisions people are making, and we'll make them wrong. Like they need to grow
I
up
don't
and
think
get
it's-
smarter.
I don't think
But
it's
you-
wrong. I just I know that there's a story, and that if I get to know them, I would understand why they.
No, that's not the important part. But the
Okay.
important part is you can also just give them what they need. And so Yang's like, reason is one way of moving society that some people like.
Mhm.
So he's not like everybody should be reasonable. It's only reasonable to actually appeal to emotional people where they're at.
Mm. You're right. Andrew is a fucking master at it. Like he's
And it's
He's amazing.
Very natural
yeah.
to him.
I love it. He writes about that in his book about like what he went through in school. Like he told his personal story and how he became such a humble, like inclusive and open and leader.
Yeah. It feels like a tribe is forming.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like the healer person,
Yeah. He brings everyone
the
together.
big one, and then like everybody's like
I can't do this. Maybe I
stepping
should
into
put
their
this
roles.
right there. That's better.
That's the thing. Like him just as him and his moral character. I've never seen.
He's got the heart. He's got the heart, the mind, and the spine. Like all 3 elements that you need.
Mm,
The heart of the mind and the spine.
Yeah.
yeah.
You wrote that down at some point, right? Like you should write those things to say down.
Yeah. I mean,
They're all
hey,
stored up here.
they heard it the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually do want to stop writing notes down more.
This person keeps asking us to check out Yang versus Wealth Tax Knee of the Curve with Emmett.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But I think I
Yang
think
versus wealth tax.
I actually just recently bought like a bunch of notepads.
Oh.
I think physically writing them would be better.
You guys were talking about earlier.
Digital storage is more advantageous, but
Yeah, it definitely has its
Earlier they were
advantages.
talking
I think that there are definitely
What?
advantages
There was
to writing
something-
things down in memory.
You guys
Yeah.
noticed that the
Yeah,
Fox
yeah.
interviews.
Yeah,
Oh shit. Sorry. Ah.
Though I do feel
I don't know how to do this.
really- I can write quite
Chat. I don't know how to pull it up.
Yeah,
like
I've never tried it. Only with a keyboard.
Oh wait, here we go.
honestly,
You guys noticed on Fox interview, Yang didn't complain that the polls are inaccurate. Instead of, he says that things look very different on the ground.
Yeah, things look very different on the ground.
They really do though.
Yeah,
if you want
the
it.
ground here. Yeah, I mean,
So
what do you see on the ground? Where
curiosity.
you're at?
Yeah.
We see a bunch of
Curiosity.
snow.
I listened to
I don't think that's what they meant.
which is
Bunch of
a
snow. I mean, you can maybe see down there a little bit.
founder. And basically in the book, you know, you learn
A bunch
about
of
how
snow.
it works and how it-
And a lot of
how it
people indoors in their homes,
So what was this?
and so you
I
have to
know
like
it's
go
into
their
ancient
homes.
history as well, but there's also
Like-
something on the dark web.
Right.
No, they
It's
frown
named
upon
after
that.
It's named
the
after
Silk
the-
Road,
Uh,
the Trade Road.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you go canvas and door knocking, yes.
It was across the from like
Campaigns
Europe
don't.
to Asia.
An official campaign will not tell
I don't
other
actually
people
know
to go
Silk Road.
inside other people's houses when
So
invited.
the Silk
But
Road
as volunteers, we
was
do
made by
whatever we
Africans.
want. And
Whatever we want.
what I mean though, what I meant was though,
Is that a pen?
what I meant was though
I think
that
our Bay
you
Area
have local Yang Gang who know people, and we went to a dope house party,
Like,
and that's what Yang Gang has been doing everywhere
Yeah.
because this is the most human campaign.
and,
One with the slogan "Humanity First" is human campaign.
he created the,
It's really just out here being normal.
I think. he
Watch
was
out, be
making-
careful.
Just as a founder.
Thank you for that. This chariot has tried to kill me several times, though. To be fair.
Because of all the
North
things
Dakota?
Mhm.
Why wants me to go to North Dakota? Who's Turtletown again? He doesn't complain that things are unfair. He presents a positive vision. I don't think they are inaccurate.
really interesting, like,
His ads don't speak to people in Iowa much.
Hey, Lem, you got the address for the campaign office?
Mm,
It's wacky
we
because
always
of
map it to the
Cafe
cafe
Diem.
next door.
Cafe Diem.
Cafe
It's
Diem.
like two buildings, or not
Two
buildings.
two doors down.
Two doors down,
But, I
or
mean,
three
and now,
tops.
like, that was basically what showed
Oh,
everybody
shit,
was possible.
okay.
Like, you can keep increasing security, but criminals are at the cutting edge of technology.
When I'm going to North Dakota, I'm not planning to go to North Dakota.
No, that's a powerful thing, right? Once people know something is possible.
I am gonna go to New Hampshire, South Carolina, Nevada, and then back to California.
Accomplish that? Yeah, it's gonna happen elsewhere. There's people who know.
Yep. And especially in the information age, which is
Yeah.
amazing for globalization.
New Emmett video. No, I have not. What's the new Emmett video?
I think you were talking about earlier,
Hey.
our population is really, how are we gonna address that?
Okay. Hi. You look lost.
My boredom is.
Well, it's at the same time the
It's
biggest,
just tiredness.
Uh
the
oh.
biggest source of.
What time did you wake up today?
Pollution,
Maybe
corporations,
9:30.
Hi.
But I also went to bed like at 4.
Oh yeah, we went
That's
to
a
bed
good
at, like,
point,
that time
Steve.
too, dude.
Yes, there is a
The
lot
house
of
party
those.
kept us up though, but it was so much fun.
What time do you guys normally go to bed?
Ah.
You guys didn't have a party.
It changes depending on what we're doing. If we go bar hopping, it's like 2 or 3. If
Check
we
out the video.
stay
Okay, the
in,
Emmett
we
video.
don't actually stay up that late. I don't think. Yeah. My sleep schedule's been all over the fucking place.
Oh, Yang versus Wealth Tax. Knee of the curve with Emmett.
Yeah.
Emmett U. Hey,
The
who
other
wants to
day
write
was
this down?
Really early. Oh,
Hey.
actually, no. Okay. So when I went to
I'll put it down on my
hospital,
laptop.
they're like, "What are you doing eating soup at 1 a.m.?"
Yang.
What? You're having soup at 1 a.m.?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, if it was soothing.
Verse
Satisfying.
well
Dude, there's a video of it like
Cards.
waiting at me.
cards.
Cards.
There's no
Or-
Yang cards?
Really?
Yeah.
You got it. You guys got it on video.
Yeah.
Oh,
Except for
this-
instantly someone's in front of me, so you only see like the initial.
Emmett.
But
What's it say?
I like fucking threw that bowl. Like
Fourth.
I threw it so like.
Knee of the
But then,
curve.
As I'm taking care of myself, you can see the camera still rolling, and all three of the guys are like.
Oh, this
fucking
guy. I
taking
remember
it,
this guy.
Like on it, they didn't even like. It's beautiful.
You guys want to watch this video that this guy wants us to watch?
They didn't even trip.
Right.
Andrew Yang.
It's Yang versus wealth tax with Emmett Short.
This is a long
You should
video.
tweet it. I'll retweet
Yeah,
it.
I like
Or
Emmett
Paget
Short,
tweeted it.
actually. I like this guy.
Wait, why can't I hear anything?
Y'all like The Hill?
Yeah.
Dude, Crystal Ball's awesome.
Crystal and
And
Sager.
Sagar.
Yeah.
What's up with the volume though?
Is it playing through
Dude,
the speaker or anything?
Yang references like cited Crystal Ball for his book. Thought that was cool.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
Can we cast it to the TV?
I listened to it and I just let that run.
it's
and
not
heard
so
the name, and I was
fast.
like, whoa. I wonder if she knows
Entrepreneur,
that.
philanthropist, Asian man. He says.
Asian.
He says he's a man. I personally don't see gender. And I don't care. Super well.
Yeah, I like
As
this
long
guy. It's
as
pretty
he
funny.
is Asian. Andrew Yang is the only presidential candidate making technological change the cornerstone of their campaign. Reasons to vote for Andrew Yang?
We think people do not need to touch the wheel, look out of the window sometime probably around, I don't know, second quarter of next year.
So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you.
Oh, how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
They even put it on.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon's the most egregious example where they're now
I used to work there.
$1 billion in business and causing 30% of American malls and stores to close.
This is called the SewBot. It automates what once took delicate hand dexterity and can sew as many shirts per hour as 17 factory workers.
Whoa.
That last one is a massage chair I tried at CES. That thing is going to put every masseuse out of a job. It massages you like it needs a place to stay. It massages you like
That's a good joke.
I swear if I had one of these in my house and I never had to pay a massage parlor again, I wouldn't even miss the hand jobs. It's that good.
Jesus.
If Andrew Yang's elected president, my first 12 freedom dividend payments are going to Ocho chairs. Maybe the reason automation doesn't seem like a problem is it's awesome. We want it. We love vending machines. Always have. Nobody's ever been anti-vending machine. No one's arguing to replace all the vending machines at your kid's school with some guy named Jeff. Nobody wants to pay Jeff a salary for that or health care. Also, why does Jeff even want that job? You're 35, Jeff. Why are you hanging around 12-year-olds all day doling out Pepsis and candy bars? It's creepy, Jeff. Shave the mustache, get a real job. The point is, we love automation, so we don't want to believe it's caused all these negative outcomes like mass unemployment, class warfare, and rising income inequality. But people are starting to wake up to this idea, and the Yang Gang is growing fast. Andrew's received endorsements from Elon Musk, me,
Oh, this
Jack
just
Dorsey,
came out.
Donald Glover,
Me.
Ken Jeong, me, and now Dave Chappelle. But
Hell
most
yeah.
importantly,
Yeah.
me.
we like you too.
He's a name.
Emmett Short, he's just a YouTuber. He's growing, but it's,
Conservative Republican advisor.
He's at 13,000
Harvard
subscribers.
professor and guy most likely to have written your Econ 101 textbook, Greg Mankiw.
Author of the best-selling economics textbook for a long time.
He got endorsed by him.
25 years.
Yeah,
Something like that. That's right.
His definitions on economic
Whoa.
principles are the ones you wrote
Who's that?
in your flashcards. So if you think
Oh.
you know
This dude endorsed him,
macroeconomics
which is
better
an
than this guy,
economic
you technically can't. So
pillar,
tonight, with
apparently.
Greg's help, we're going to take a deep dive into billionaires, robots, and taxes because this is near the curve.
Whoa.
yeah. Yeah, he has high production quality on his videos.
Yeah, see, that's what we need. Is like a loop like that playing on a TV outside the field office.
It's kind of what I'm saying, like, independent journalism. And
Welcome to Near the
internet
Can
is
somebody
really
stitch
powerful.
together the best reel about automation visually?
Dude, but there's definitely a video there.
If I make you laugh
Yeah.
or you learn a little something or both and you feel like supporting the show, there's some merch on Teespring and check out the description for links to Patreon, PayPal, crypto, or just share this with someone you think will like it. Let's get into it. Billionaires. They're just like you and me. It's just their lives that are so much better. What's the worst thing about being a billionaire? Nothing. Nothing at all. Honestly. Which, by the way, can be bought. It's got that in common with a spot on the debate stage. Andrew Yang was kept out of last night's debate in part because he's been outspent by billionaires Tom Steyer and Mike Bloomberg. That's not them. There we go. Yep, that's them. Seriously, Tom, the opposite of trending Steyer, made the debate and then proceeded to break the fourth wall, lock eyes with me, and wag the shit out of his head. Tom, you okay, guy? I'll say it. Guy looks like a scarecrow with rats fucking in his head.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
62,000 times by the next afternoon.
I love that.
Hilariously, started by her own support, proving no one internet's as good as the Yang Gang, who got America Needs Yang trending during the broadcast. The next night, Andrew talked billionaires on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
We have a billionaire in office right now. And last night we had Mayor Bloomberg, who is an billionaire, and
I got it.
Steyer, who is a billionaire. What does it mean to you that we have so many billionaires running for president right now?
Unfortunately, if you have $1 billion, that's going to put you in the driver's seat to make debate stages and be able to run for president, much more so than if you were the average citizen who just has some good ideas.
Good ideas like democracy dollars. Andrew Yang's idea to put candidates on a level playing field.
Money has been in politics for decades and will just find its way back in. So the way we beat it is we give every American 100 democracy dollars that we can use for any candidate or campaign, and that would wash out the lobbyist cash by a factor of 7 or 8 to 1. If you get 10,000 Americans together and then you look at them and they're like, hey, we want you to, fight opiates or like beat up the drug companies, which we should do. And then when the drug company or the lobbyist waves 50K at you or 100K at you, you'd be like, the people have millions at their disposal. And if I go against them, I'm going to lose. So we can line up the people and the money by putting democracy dollars in our hands.
This is the kind of smart, pragmatic idea you'll never hear from billionaires or politicians who are in the pocket of billionaires. And this idea is not even anti-billionaire.
It's not exactly
for Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders.
The top 1% owns more wealth than the bottom 92%.
The rich are not like you and me. The really, really billionaires are making their money off their accumulated wealth, and it just keeps growing.
First of all, that sounds awesome. We should all try and do that.
Right.
Just take a listen to billionaire Abigail Disney talk about how money works.
Money just makes money. It's like you put it in a room and you close the door and it has sex and then more money comes from. That's kind of how it works.
I love it.
Billionaires are booming. In 1987, there were an estimated 140 billionaires. In 2019, there are 15 times as many billionaires, with almost 30 times more wealth, totaling almost $9 trillion.
That's a lot of money that could buy a lot of elections and at least 2 Ocho massage chairs. But it's true. In the last few decades, business has increasingly moved online, making it possible for companies with fewer and fewer employees to generate billions in sales. And as the automation of more industries takes more jobs from textile workers, automakers, truck drivers, call center workers, and masseuses, it's easy to feel some trepidation, but think about it. These jobs all have something in common with coal mining jobs. They suck, especially masseuses. Especially masseuses. So, the big questions we need answered are billionaires bad for the economy? Should we target extremely wealthy individuals to pay higher taxes, or should the system be changed so that taxes are harvested before they find their way into billionaires' pockets? To the first question, it's worth looking into what happens in economies that allow for billionaires.
Extreme poverty is
You can
almost
rewrite
gone
that.
from
You can
China
crumple it up,
before
throw it in the trash, and try a new
1978,
idea.
there were no Chinese billionaires.
By 2017, China was minting 2 new billionaires a week and had the second highest number of billionaires in the world after the US. It's a similar story in India. Their emerging economy lifted tens of millions of people out of poverty
Imagine what it would be
and
like
created
when
over
every,
100
American gets a
billionaires.
sliver of that.
That guy's so happy. That guy has a massage chair. That's steel magnate Lakshmi Mittal looking like he also just found out how rich he is. What is it about being a billionaire that makes you look like rats are fucking in your head? Mittal made his billions the traditional way, through family and political connections and through his country's natural resources. But not every billionaire is an asshole. I have a two-word answer for why billionaires should exist. Elon Musk. That
Tony
dude's badass.
Stark.
He put his entire fortune on the line to move society forward. His two biggest companies' missions are to transition the world to renewable energy and to make our species multiplanetary so we don't go extinct from asteroid impacts. He has his own line of flamethrowers. He shot
He looks
his
so
star
happy in
into
that
space
picture
and
with
his
the
seventh
flamethrower. I love
baby
it.
into a rock star. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, Elon doesn't have enough money. And one major problem with wealth tax is that you can't tax someone's wealth if it consists of stock in a company.
So what I actually have is whatever my Tesla SpaceX stock is, and then there's about $1 billion of debt against that. This is sort of taken to imply that I'm claiming that I have no money, which I'm not claiming. You'll see some number, some big number like Forbes or something. People will think I have the Tesla SpaceX stock and I have the cash. And I'm being somehow I'm just sitting on the cash and doing nothing with it and hoarding resources. No, it's the only alternative would be to say, okay, let's give the stock to the government or something, and then the government would be running things, and the government just is not good at running things.
Take it NASA's ass. Also, Bill Gates is another billionaire we should all be happy exists. He created the Giving Pledge, which 150 billionaires so far have
We talk about the 160 other countries that have a VAT tax.
To charity
that too.
And among many other philanthropic endeavors, the Gates Foundation is close to eradicating polio from the face of the earth. So let's not pretend that billionaires aren't doing huge things. They're not just sitting around watching their bank accounts make money babies. So there are a few different kinds of billionaires, a bunch even. So Harvard economics professor Greg Mankiw, should we treat them all the same?
The crazy idea from my perspective is the wealth tax. Let's imagine you have two people who make the same income. They're in the top 0.1%. And you tell, and one of them says, okay, I want to take my $10 million a year and have lavish parties, fly a private jet, and I'm going to blow it. Another says, I want to accumulate it and invest in small businesses and eventually leave some to my kids and grandchildren and nephews and nieces and give some to my alma mater. The wealth tax says the second guy should pay more taxes than the first guy did. So I don't. To me, I don't. So it penalizes saving.
So just to recap, people in favor of a wealth tax want billionaires to spend all their money real fast on stupid shit. What they don't want is for billionaires to slowly cure polio. That's the plan. Okay, well, economics is hard and jealousy is real. So if your instincts tell you just to take the money from billionaires, you're not alone. If only the implications
I
of
want
a
this
wealth
clip,
tax
dude.
could be simplified into something.
Can I show Bernie and Warren supporters this video, like this little segment right here?
Yeah, we need to cut that up into the specific points and create a little flow.
You just show that to one of them about wealth tax. Do you support the wealth tax? I will pay you $5 to watch this video.
We need to cut this up, yeah.
Look
at him dancing.
I was telling you about this. This is the girl.
Yeah.
I would love to ask this question at Bernie.
It's very hard to determine how much value something has unless it is just money. A third is it encourages people to spend instead of investing in building a business.
How old is she?
A fourth is
6.
it taxes
Holy
the same
shit.
money over and over
Maybe younger.
again and erodes the money you have to tax. The fifth is because of inflation, unless the wealth tax is shaped to inflation, it erodes the money that people have, putting the cap that gets lower, and there is no money.
Turns out it's just one of those people that don't actually age and they're like 50.
Yeah, it's the Benjamin Buttons, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any more reasons why a wealth tax would fail? And the second.
Yeah, that question must have been fed to her, to be honest.
Yeah, but
It's impressive
Hear-
that she
hear what
can.
Yang
It's impressive
says, hear what
that-
Yang
yeah.
says, 'cause
It's impressive that she can even articulate it that well, though, even if it was fed to her.
Yeah.
At that age.
Yes.
She's young.
That was a 6-part, 7-part question.
Yeah.
I used to be Yang Gang, and now I'm whatever gang that little kid is. I will cut someone for her.
That was awesome and adorable. That person's the subject of some high quality parenting, I would suggest.
Yeah, she is. So here are all the reasons she listed. I'll link Greg Mankiw's full interview in the description. He explains in full detail, more than I can here, why everything that little economics cherub said was true. But let's just gloss over them real quick. 1. It costs a lot to administer. Currently, the IRS employs 94,000 people whose salaries total $7 billion. At least 200,000 households would qualify for a wealth tax, so you'd have to audit each and every one of them, down to things like family heirlooms. The IRS doesn't have the manpower. They'd need to balloon up like K-Fed after Britney. I know, that reference is 15
Dated.
years old.
Yeah.
I just hate K-Fed, and it's fun to do. 2, it's very hard to determine value. They already hide their money. If you didn't catch it as income, you're not going to catch it behind 3 LLCs in the Caymans. Plus, the value of some things is really hard to measure, like copyrights or brand loyalty or Kim Kardashian's ass. And then, as she ages, you got to account for depreciation, for the appraiser, and the ass.
Depreciation.
3, it encourages spending over saving. So the more you save and invest, the more you're taxed, encouraging people to live like Dan Bilzerian. And look, no judgment, that looks fun, but really, is the solution to America's problems more of this guy? 4,
Damn,
it
the
taxes
way he
the
just
same
breaks it
money
down.
over and over, basically
No, this
setting an
guy's good.
upper limit on compound interest. So similar to a career in stand-up comedy,
got a good
you'd have to
team
be
with him.
doing very well in the market just to save.
Actually, I don't know if he has a
I think he's solo.
5,
I think he's solo. It makes him more impressive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this guy's solo.
tax. So over time, the
Yeah.
benefits of this tax get less effective. Like fentanyl. It's a great way to put the hurt on white people. Hang in there, whites.
It's similar to like John Oliver's
More of
format,
it to get
isn't
the
it?
same effect, and eventually it takes
Yeah.
everything. On the other hand, Andrew
Oliver's
Yang's
the
proposal for
fastest
how to
way. Yeah, the
end
British
income
guy.
inequality is a value-added tax, or VAT. Most countries have some form of VAT, but America is still scared to get it like it's HPV for the tax code. Except instead of causing warts, it
It
pays
does
for
sound
college.
menacing.
And once you know it's not going to kill you and getting it is pretty much inevitable, you're less scared to fund universal basic income.
If you give us, the American people, our fair share, a tiny slice of every Amazon sale, every Google search, every Facebook ad, every robot truck mile, hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue, and we can afford a $1,000 dividend for each of us.
So what we need to know is, how does a value-added tax work? Why is it harder for corporations to avoid? And why does it go hand in hand with UBI? Quick confession, before I started researching this, I didn't know a lot about taxes. My strategy for doing my taxes was opening TurboTax and just like doing this until it said I get money back. So if you already know what I'm about to tell you, you know what, just save it. You're still not as smart as that little economics cherub. Anyway, currently, sales
she
tax
looks really
only
young.
affects the end consumer. When you drop $14K on a new Ford Fiesta because you're sensible, but you've also got a wild side that screams, I'm mostly sensible, and you pay that $1,000 in sales tax, that's the only tax that's ever been collected on any component that went into making that car. Ford didn't pay taxes on the tires they bought from Michelin, the Michelin man didn't pay taxes on the rubber he bought from DuPont, and DuPont didn't pay sales tax for the raw materials they bought from Exxon. No one's paying taxes. You pay all the taxes for all the parts. A VAT makes it so all those transactions are taxed. That's why it's basically impossible for companies
This is
to
an
get out
amazing
of it.
video.
It's a good
I know right
visual
now you're
on what
wondering
Yang says.
how much
Yang
the
talks about
Ford
attacking a
Fiesta
big
gonna
part of the
cost now
chain.
because
Right,
it's
it's a good
extremely
visual.
That is.
sensible, and the
Like,
Fiesta, the
specific example.
This is a great
Fiesta is going to have to
explanation
wait
of that.
until you have your answers. Well, it's true.
Yeah, I've been studying this guy for a few months. He's good.
I've never seen him.
Yeah,
I've never seen him either. This is my first time seeing
I
him.
feel like so many.
He only has like 5 or 6 of these. I think it's obviously look at the production quality. He's solo. It takes him a while to come out with one. He only has like 5 or 6, but they're all
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I think this channel is like maybe like 6 months old, maybe a little longer than that.
Automation. Right now, there are a lot of AI.
Last time I looked, he didn't have
products that are
13.3.
only gonna be bought
Last time I
and
looked, he
sold
only had a few
by
thousand. So it looks like he's growing.
Yeah.
Catching on.
Self-driving cars, customer service AIs, warehouse robotics, exoskeleton robots, diagnostic imaging AI, the Sobot, and unfortunately, at 11K a pop, massage chairs. Say if FedEx bought a fleet of self-driving trucks from Tesla, they would now have to pay a VAT likely worth billions, and it would make no sense for FedEx to raise their prices because the whole reason they're buying this technology is to stay competitive and reduce prices. Essentially, any VAT paid for by consumers would be returned to them with a UBI, and any VAT paid for by corporations would also fund
That's dope.
UBI. Net positive. It's also projected that a VAT would raise 2 to 3 times that.
This
of a
clip
local
needs to
tax
blow
rate
up.
a year. And none of that money goes to bloated government bureaucracies. It goes to us. Now, you might be asking yourself, what does the conservative Republican Harvard economics professor, who's obviously against a wealth tax,
This needs to
think
be on
about
the
VAT?
QR
Oh,
codes on the Yang
wait,
books.
dude, he's about
to
to
endorse Andrew Yang.
UBI.
Okay.
But I think his basic idea at least seems workable to me. I mean, his idea is to put a value-added tax, which is basically a flat consumption tax, and use it to finance universal basic income, so everybody gets a lump sum back. That, I think, could work. It would be a pretty radical change from where we are, I understand that, but I think it,
What are you looking for?
unlike Elizabeth Warren, which is also a radical change, so this is what I can see
Oh.
working. Conservative economist endorses giving money away to everyone.
And how would this affect the kind of billionaires our country winds up with?
It's going to penalize the guy who's spending.
I'm going to talk about this guy.
Lavish lifestyle.
And we should have a QR code to this clip.
Yeah.
VAT plus UBI has the potential to eradicate poverty in America while keeping the dream of becoming a billionaire alive. And democracy dollars would keep them from owning our government. Tell me what you think in the comments. Are you for a wealth tax? Am I totally missing something? What do you think about
And
that
you should
plus
do a
UBI?
long-form podcast with
Huge
that
thanks,
Harvard
as
professor,
always,
dude.
to my Patreon
I think that would
supporters.
be awesome.
If
I
you
wonder
like
if the professor would
technology
do that though, because again,
think about
like when
subscribing
you're
or
that
joining these
top
awesome
tier of
people
like
as a patron.
notoriety,
If you'd like to watch more
there are
of
business
the
reasons you
clips,
This guy's
have to be careful
dope.
with your endorsements.
in the description.
Well, even Elon.
This guy just fucking won the election for
Because
us.
of his,
I definitely need
you know, I
more,
don't think it's
and I don't have a joke
just
for
came out
this.
today.
So,
I don't know.
Oh, I guess they're
January 25. Yeah, yesterday.
yeah.
Dude, whoever told us to watch this video.
one of these other videos to
Very
stay
happy
up to
with
date
him.
on
Steve.
But dude, I've made
Make
almost
sure
$1,000.
you
Yeah,
spread
that
that
one.
out.
Thanks for
Everyone who's
watching.
watching.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had
This is a lot to
I
clean
saw
up.
that.
I sold it. I had 6 shares.
All right,
I made like 300,
should we go in and annotate it though, like with the timestamps and
Like, I
shit?
still made
Yeah,
money.
probably.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
would be a good idea.
Sorry, what was that, Levin?
Oh, he has a video for UBI versus federal job guarantee.
Yeah, he has he has like 5 or
This
6.
guy.
Yeah, he's
Are we
good.
going down the rabbit hole while going live stream?
Yeah,
Yes,
look,
this is
guys,
great.
this is how the rabbit hole happens.
Yeah.
Thank you to everyone who's watching. Who suggested this? Because thank you.
The Steve
Yeah, who
did.
suggested this, man?
Steve
They were
Oberdang.
very adamant about it too, so.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were.
He's really good.
Thanks for reaching out, man.
Much love. Yang gang love.
If you're out there handing out these Yang Bucks, here's what I do.
He's funny too, isn't he? I love
Here
that sketch
is your
video.
ticket
That was
down
cool.
the rabbit hole. Join us.
And like with John Oliver's format, which is this exact same thing, he at least has a live studio audience and like a laugh track. Well,
Yeah,
and
right.
that helps like psychologically.
Yes,
And
of
so
course.
like in this video, like even without the laugh track, he's still like funny and resonating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's more dry.
Yeah.
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 I like dry.
Yeah. Laugh tracks just tell you when to laugh. It's a bit like cheap.
Hold
So
your hand.
it
It's like,
is
yep, uh-huh.
8:47.
There were YouTube videos of like the Big Bang Theory with the
What
laugh track
should we
cutouts,
do?
and like it's so
There
bad.
was
It's so
weird.
uncomfortable to
Yeah.
watch. It's uncomfortable. To
Let's
watch. And it's
go
like, there's not a
out
single
to
joke
the
in his eyes, like, it's
bars.
just, like,
I mean, we don't have to go
Just
now
just
either.
The
There's still
Office-
some
The
time.
Office is funny 'cause of
Well,
the
the
house.
opposite. Yeah.
You guys want to chill here for a little longer?
A little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
down.
it's only,
Honestly, I chill here all day.
it's not
I would
8.
try.
Yeah.
It's 10 to 8. So it's a little early to go out, right?
It's 8:47.
Oops. 10 to 9.
Another hour,
Yeah, probably.
something like that.
Yeah.
We bring the live.
We'll head out at
You
10.
guys crazy. I'm about to leave right now.
Where you going?
I'm gonna go to sleep.
He's an old
Oh,
man,
what
he
the-
wants to go
I
to
gotta go
bed.
edit.
Oh, shit.
I gotta go edit and I gotta and then I do have to go sleep.
All right. Well,
Don't wait on me though. You guys do your thing.
But we
Don't,
want pictures of us out at the clubs.
Oh.
Maybe we can go now. No, but you're tired. Well, maybe another day. No, there's not many other days left.
This is gonna be the last night.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Hey Ted.
Hey, Ted.
So what do you think?
You say you guys gonna go in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
What I could do is go to my room. And I'll
Let's
start
take a-
editing, and then you guys
Oh,
let me
word.
know when you guys head out, and then I'll try to
Okay.
you guys up.
Sounds good.
Cool. Alright. So,
You got a deal.
yeah, you never know. I might be able to post one of them shots right today.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Immediacy.
So, alright. And maybe I'll go take a poop.
Okay, now we cut. That's a good one to end on.
That's real talk right there.
Real
People
talk.
do that shit.
Yeah,
You gotta take a poop.
yeah.
You gotta take a poop.
Yeah.
No, that was cool.
Okay, appreciate it. You're a gentleman.